Is counting calories and tracking macros a big hassle for you? Do you hate just measuring and weighing out all of your food? Well, if you do, then there's an alternative that you can check out, and it's called hand size portions. So let's get into what these are and how you can start using them today. Let's go. To be honest, most people, they don't need the accuracy of counting every single calorie that they eat, nor are they going to want to put in the type of effort that's needed to track everything that they eat and drink. It is kind of a hassle, and it's not something that I can sustain long term. I've done it for several months on end, and I've learned a lot from it, but it's definitely not something that I want to do for every single meal for the rest of my life. With hand-sized portions, you're using your hands to determine the portion sizes of 4 main categories of food, and that includes protein, vegetables, carbohydrates, and fats. You would measure out your protein-rich food sources by using your palm. 1 palm is going to equal 1 serving of protein. That's going to be equivalent to about 20 to 30 grams of protein per serving. For vegetables, you're going to be measuring out your portions using your fist. 1 fist is going to equal 1 serving of vegetables. These are non-starchy vegetables, so they don't include potatoes. We're talking about greens, onions, peppers, that sort of deal. So 1 serving of vegetables, 1 fist, is going to be around 1 cup of non-starchy vegetables. With carbohydrate-rich foods, you're going to be using a cupped hand in order to measure your serving sizes. 1 cupped hand is equal to 1 serving of carbs. Each serving is going to be roughly about 20 to 30 grams of carbs. And finally, for fats, you're going to be measuring them using your thumb. 1 thumb is equal to 1 serving of fat. Each serving is going to be around 7 to 12 grams of fat. A best practice for using this system is to primarily eat minimally processed whole foods. Basically, you're going to be wanting to eat foods that you can easily identify as being protein-rich, carbohydrate-rich, fat-rich, and also be easily identified as vegetables. Typically, minimally processed whole foods is going to allow you to do that. On the other hand, with highly processed foods, it's going to be harder to categorize them within each one of those 4 buckets because they may be a mix of all 4, but usually they tend to be higher in carbs and higher in fat as well. It's going to be harder for you to track those types of foods, so try your best to go with whole foods. My tip for using this system is to place your hand next to the food that you're about to eat and then scoop out the portion size that you want onto a separate plate. Once you have all the food that you want to eat on your plate, then make a note of the portion sizes. Either you write it down in a journal or you log it in your phone. And then you're going to keep a running record of the total amount of portion sizes that you've had for the day. You're going to count how many palm sizes of protein that you have, how many fists of vegetables, how many cupped hands of carbs, and how many thumbs of fat. Try to have that log on a day-to-day basis so that by the end of the week, you have a pretty good awareness of how much overall food that you've eaten. That's going to give you a baseline of what you're currently eating, and it's going to inform you of what type of adjustments you're going to be making in order to either lose weight, gain weight, whatever your goal is. A general guideline to get started with this is that for each meal, try to have 1 to 2 palms of protein, 1 to 2 fists of vegetables, 1 to 2 cupped hands of carbs, and also 1 to 2 thumbs of fats. Basically 1 to 2 servings of each one of those 4 food categories. Following those general guidelines may already be a significant change for some of you as you're trying to get equal portions of each one of those food categories in every single one of your meals. This hand-sized portion measuring system was developed by Precision Nutrition, and I think that it's a pretty clever way of being able to determine our portion sizes. It's convenient. You have your hands everywhere. You could use it at any place, any restaurant. When you're at your family's place, you have people cooking for you. Plus, your hands are scaled to your body. So if you're a smaller person, naturally you're going to have smaller hands and smaller portion sizes. For bigger people, vice versa. In addition, based on Precision Nutrition's in-house study on the accuracy of this system, they find that it's about 95% as accurate as counting calories and tracking macros, which is pretty significant. So if you're looking for a way to eat better, then try using this system out. I can't wait to hear how it goes for you, and let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. If you have any questions on anything that I've said in this video, then please leave those questions in the comments down below. If you found value out of this video, then please consider liking this video and also subscribing to my channel for more content and tips just like this. And please check out all my other videos on the next screen, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.